Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we'll be learning the top 5 lessons from the book The Slight Edge, written by Jeff Olson. What if your life isn't shaped by the big decisions you remember, but by the small ones you don't? The ones that feel too insignificant to matter, too easy to skip, too small to celebrate, and yet, quietly over time, they decide everything. Not instantly, not dramatically, but with a kind of patience that most of us underestimate. The slight edge doesn't try to impress you, it doesn't offer shortcuts or dramatic transformations. Instead, it presents something quieter, almost uncomfortable. The idea that success or failure is built in moments that feel completely ordinary. Here comes the lesson number one: the power of simple daily actions. The author begins with a truth that feels almost too simple to take seriously. The things that will change your life are easy to do, and that's exactly the problem because they are also easy not to do. Reading 10 pages, going for a short walk, making one disciplined choice, none of it feels urgent. None of it feels life changing. So we postpone it, ignore it, skip it. Not because we are incapable, but because it doesn't feel important right now. And yet, those small actions, repeated over time, begin to compound quietly until one day you look back and realize something has actually shifted. Not suddenly, but completely. Here comes our lesson number two: time is the invisible multiplier. The author wants to explain something we often misunderstand. Time doesn't just pass, it multiplies. Every action you take, every habit you repeat, is being quietly amplified. At first, nothing seems to happen. You don't see results, you don't feel progress, and that's where most people stop because we expect effort to show results quickly. But the slight edge doesn't work like that. It works like a curve, so gradual. You don't notice whether you are going up or down until one day you do. And by then, the outcome feels dramatic. But it was never about one moment, it was always about accumulation. Here comes the lesson number three: mindset shapes lifestyle. This is where the book becomes deeply introspective. The author introduces a chain, so simple you might overlook it. Philosophy turns into attitude, turns into actions, turns into results, turns into a lifestyle. And at first, it feels obvious, but if you sit with it, it explains almost everything. Your philosophy, the way you see the world, shapes your attitude. Your attitude shapes your actions. Your actions, repeated over time, create your results. And those results become your life. Now, here is the subtle part. If you believe that small actions don't matter, you'll ignore them. If you believe discipline is uncomfortable, you'll avoid it. If you believe you deserve ease, you'll choose comfort over growth. And those tiny interpretations compound. The visual shows something powerful. What feels uncomfortable early becomes comfortable later, and what feels comfortable early becomes very painful later. So, discipline, which feels inconvenient today, becomes freedom tomorrow, while neglect, which feels harmless today, becomes regret over time. And suddenly you realize your life is not random, it's a reflection of your philosophy played out over time. Here comes the lesson number 4, the ripple effect of small choices. The author talks about something almost invisible, the ripple effect. Every small action you take creates a ripple. At first, it's too small to notice, but over time, those ripples expand. One good decision leads to another, one healthy habit supports the next, one disciplined action builds momentum, and the same is true in the opposite direction. One skipped habit becomes a pattern, one careless choice becomes a mindset, and the ripple spreads. Not dramatically, not immediately, but consistently. And consistency is what makes it powerful. Lesson number 5, the secret is there is no secret. And then, almost quietly, the author removes the illusion we have been holding on to. There is no breakthrough moment, no hidden formula, no shortcut waiting to be discovered. There is only this, showing up again and again and again, doing the things that feel too small to matter, especially when they don't feel urgent. Because most people are not stopped by difficulty, they are stopped by insignificance, by the feeling that this one action won't make a difference. But that's the illusion, because life is not shaped by one action, it is shaped by repetition. There is something quietly confronting about the slight edge. It doesn't overwhelm you with complexity, it simplifies things almost too much. And in doing so, it removes every single excuse. Because if success is built on small daily actions, then so is everything else, which means the life you are living right now is not an accident. It's a pattern, a series of choices made consistently over time. And maybe that feels heavy, but it's also freeing because it means you don't need to change everything. You don't need a new plan or a perfect system. You just need to choose one small action and repeat it long enough for time to notice. Because the truth is, the most powerful changes in your life will never feel powerful in the beginning. They will feel small, almost invisible, like something you could easily skip. And maybe that's the real slight edge, the quiet decision to do it anyway. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching this video.